Howdy everyone, it's Reese, aka Bearman Prime, on this February 2nd. Welcome back to my Read the Bible in a Year series. Thank you again for joining me. Card in the top right hand corner for the rest of the playlist, and please hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you aren't missing a thing. So yesterday we continued the story of Moses and his early years. We saw how things are a little different than you might have seen in the movies. I know in the Prince of Egypt they didn't quite portray it the way it's written in the Bible, but hey, it's a movie anyway. But anyway, we see that Moses is trying to help his people in his own way as he's living in Pharaoh's household. He kills an Egyptian who is fighting with a fellow Israelite, buries him in the sand, and then Pharaoh finds out he's going to have Moses killed, so Moses flees to Midian, and he meets a priest, marries his daughter, becomes a shepherd. Okay, so now we're going to pick it up there in Exodus chapter 3, starting in verse 1. Moses' father-in-law was named Jethro. Jethro was a priest of Midian. Moses took care of Jethro's sheep. One day Moses led the sheep to the west side of the desert. He went to a mountain called Horeb, the mountain of God. On that mountain Moses saw the angel of the Lord in a burning bush. Moses saw a bush that was burning without being destroyed. So he decided to go closer to the bush and see how a bush could continue burning without being burned up. The Lord saw Moses was coming to look at the bush, so he called to him from the bush. He said, "Moses, Moses." Moses said, "Yes, Lord." Then God said, "Don't come any closer. Take off your sandals. You are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your ancestors. I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." Moses covered his face because he was afraid to look at God. Then the Lord said, "I have seen the troubles my people have suffered in Egypt, and I have heard their cries when the Egyptians hurt them. I know about their pain. Now I will go down and save my people from the Egyptians. I will take them from that land and lead them to a good land where they can be free from these troubles. It is a land filled with many good things. Many different people live in that land: the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. I have heard the cries of the Israelites, and I have seen the way the Egyptians have made life hard for them. So now I am sending you to Pharaoh. Go, lead my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt." But Moses said to God, "I am not a great man. How can I be the one to go to Pharaoh and lead the Israelites out of Egypt?" God said, "You can do it because I will be with you. This will be the proof that I am sending you. After you lead the people out of Egypt, you will come and worship me on this mountain." Then Moses said to God, "But if I go to the Israelites and say to them that the God of your ancestors sent me, then the people will ask, 'What is his name?' What should I tell them?" Then God said to Moses, "Tell them, 'I am who I am.' When you go to the Israelites, tell them, 'I am sent me to you.'" And God said, "Tell the Israelites that you were sent by Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. This will always be my name. It is how I want the people to remember me from now on. Now go and call together the elders of the people. Tell them that Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, appeared to you. Give them this message from me. I have been watching over you and have seen what people in Egypt have done to you. And I have decided that I will take you away from the troubles you are suffering in Egypt. I will lead you to the land that now belongs to others, the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. I will lead you to a land filled with many good things. The elders will listen to you, and then you and the elders will go to Pharaoh. You will tell him, 'Yahweh is the God of the Hebrews. He came to us and told us to travel 3 days into the desert. There we must offer sacrifices to Yahweh our God.' But I know that the Pharaoh will not let you go. Only a great power will force him to let you go. So I will use my great power against Egypt. I will cause amazing things to happen in that land. After I do this, he will let you go, and I will cause the Egyptians to be kind to the Israelites. They will give many gifts to your people when they leave Egypt. All the Hebrew women will ask their Egyptian neighbors and the Egyptian women living in their houses for gifts. And those Egyptian women will give them gifts of silver, gold, and fine clothing. Then you will put those gifts on your children. In this way, you will take away the wealth of the Egyptians. All right, so this is all part of God's plan, building up Israel into his chosen people, his nation. He is promising he's going to remove them from their suffering in Egypt and take them to the land that he's promised them, the land of Canaan, which will be the nation of Israel, the physical nation of Israel, which is inhabited by all these other peoples right now. And they are going to take the wealth of Egypt with them. This is all God's sovereign plan. If that's what he wants to happen, then that's what's going to happen. It is right, it is good, it is just, period. God's plan is good, right? And here we see God telling Moses also some of his names. And these are very important. Yahweh, the great Yahweh, or I am, the great I am. I am who I am. Try to remember that because that'll get brought up later in the New Testament. Okay? All right, so we're going to pick it up there tomorrow. Thank you again for joining me. I sure do appreciate it. See you tomorrow.